Let's talk seriously. One-on-one conversation. Health is not rocket science. It's mostly about what you know is good for you and what you personally know is bad for you. It is a very individual, person-specific game. And most people have chosen not to play the game. There is a game being played, so either you're playing the game or the game is playing you. So, what I really mean by that is I'm a very healthy person. Just got some great blood tests back for whatever that's worth. I think it's worth a lot, but some great blood tests. I'm really working on just overall health and wellness, and there's a lot that goes into that. But sticking to the basics: sleep, nutrition, exercise. Those are the top three. Those are the pillars of health. A lot of people want to come at it with, what supplements should I take? You shouldn't take any supplements. Go to sleep, eat something healthy, go for a walk. Let's start with that. Most people don't want to do those things. So they ask, what supplements should I take? It's a very lazy question. I often give a very lazy answer. And that is, you really shouldn't be taking supplements. A lot of these supplements, I have recently come to find, are fucking garbage. A lot of them are filled with just literal crap. And you can only realize that when you have that level of awareness where you're willing to take the time to read. A lot of people hate reading of any kind. And at the very minimum, you should read the labels of the things that you put into your body and on your body, right? So one thing that I've been doing recently is Bobby approving my life. Now, for those of you who say, who's Bobby? Exactly. That's my point. If you think that you're tremendously healthy and in tremendous physical shape and all that, perfect health. If the doctor tells you you're in perfect health, red flag. You should start looking at your life and seeing, hey, you know what? I'm not perfect, because nobody is perfect. And I know, because I'm striving to be as close to perfect as possible, and I am extremely far off. So with that experience of understanding how far off I am from perfect or my ideal self, that is what motivates me and brings more awareness into my life of all the cobwebs and dark areas that I can address. And I am addressing them. So right now I am Bobby approving my life. What is Bobby approved? Bobby approved is a man who has devoted his time and energy to looking through all of the ingredients of most products that you find in any major grocery store. So it is an extremely easy app to use in which you can scan anything that you are buying, whether it be milk, eggs, meat, cereals, whatever, literally anything, pretty much anything. The data is out. You can scan the barcode and it'll give you a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Now you can go further into that and see, well, why is it a thumbs down or why is it a thumbs up? But you do not have to. When you see that thumbs up, you can assume he's done the research for you. You don't need to do anything other than buy that product and put down the thumbs down products. Those thumb down products, a lot of the times it's because the ingredients, there's something toxic in there. And there's lots of opportunities for that. Pretty much all the major brands of anything are filled with toxins. And a lot of the times they will have a whole ingredients list. Maybe they have 20 things on there. and they will have the most toxic 3 ingredients not on the label. So that way you can't read it and you can't look it up and see what you really are eating or applying to your body. And I say applying to your body as in shampoo, conditioner, soaps, makeup, lotions, all that stuff, right? That's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of time. It's a lot of energy. And you can cut a lot of it out because in reality, it's crap. Anything with fragrance, garbage, toxins, just straight up toxins. And it really does affect your body. Everything you put on your skin is getting absorbed into your body. Everything you put in your mouth is getting absorbed into your body and becoming you. Right? So one interesting thing is your diaphragm, which is your ability to breathe. The muscle that controls your ability to breathe is made up of what you have eaten or drank in the last month. So how well you breathe is directly correlated to what goes in your mouth. Now, that seems pretty fucking important to me. I don't know if you care about breathing, but seems pretty integral to our human experience. So that's something I'm trying to take into account. Not perfect, right? I'm trying right now. I have a get Bobby approved in the next 11 days. So changing my toothpaste, changing my shampoos, conditioners, my just a lot of the regular everyday products that I use. I'm just switching them out for something that's approved, because if it's not approved, then it has some toxins in there. Why the fuck am I going to take in some extra toxins when I don't have to? Why am I paying more money for something that's toxic rather than the same amount of money or sometimes less for something that's better for me? I am eager to see how my body runs with less toxins, because I respect my body and I appreciate all that it does, and I was never trying to poison it in the first place. But there's definitely a lot of cognitive dissonance, especially when it comes to hand to mouth activity. For whatever reason, people think, oh, all the sugar I eat per day isn't going to affect my mood, or it's not going to affect my ability to run, jump, swim, play sports, think at work, whatever. And of course it does. So this is all a hormone balancing game. It's all a game of being in homeostasis, being having your equilibrium, your hormonal equilibrium on point. And there's a lot of things that you can do to move in that direction. Bobby Approved, I mentioned that because it's pretty fucking easy. It's an app. You scan shit. You're at the grocery store anyway. You're going to buy something anyway. You might as well scan it and see whether you're doing harm or helping yourself a little bit. So get Bobby Approved. Get the app. It's a lot easier than doing the research yourself. I know you're not going to do the research yourself. So, people love apps. People are on their phone anyway. So try that one. Other stuff. Sleep. Get 7 to 9 hours, preferably, per night, if you can. If not, then you're really taking away from your cognitive performance. You're taking away from your immune system's ability to fight off disease and repair your cells. Caffeine. I've been really cutting off the caffeine. Caffeine really destroys your sleep, especially within 6 hours of sleeping. It takes caffeine 6 hours to go through your body and start to be excreted. So you really want to lay off caffeine really after 1 o'clock. But you also don't want to have caffeine within the first hour and a half of the day, because your caffeine receptors aren't even active. So that caffeine is not going to help you. It really is just a waste of calories, because a lot of times people are going to fill their coffee with creamer, which is poison. Creamer is poison. Stop drinking it. Tastes good. Tastes really good. I'm here to tell you, it tastes really good. Stop drinking it. It's terrible. 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 Free creamer at the office. Oh, we got a party. Terrible. Don't do it. Don't do it. Just switch it out for something else. And they got a bunch of sucralose, right? All you people, there's no sugar added. Woo! There's no sugar in my creamer. Stop. Get real. Let's be serious. You know that's not true. It just makes you feel better. Look at the back. Look at the back. The first ingredient is high fructose corn syrup, which is just as bad, if not worse, than sugar. But you don't want to read. So you want to read, so you poison yourself. It's disrespectful. You're disrespecting your body. Why? Your body's doing so well with all the poison you give it. It's working so hard. It's working so much overtime. It's working way... Imagine if you had to work 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. How would you feel? That's what you're doing to your body. It's not right. It's not fair. It's not fun. And it's poison. And you say, it's not really poison. No, it's the definition of poison. It actually is. It's aging you. Aging is decaying. You are decaying. Not because the sun is going around the earth. That's not why. Decaying. You're aging. You're dying. Why? It has nothing to do with how many days you've been on the planet. It's your cells. They're dying off. Why are they dying off? Because you're poisoning them. Why are you poisoning them? For the most part, because you don't think about it. So you just take in the toxins. More toxins. And you trust that these big brands are vetted. They're not. They're not vetted. I mean, in some type of way they are. But it's not against the law to poison you. Obviously, right? There's alcohol everywhere. Straight up poison. There's McDonald's everywhere. Straight up poison. This shit is not food. Food, the definition of food is something that your body can use for nutrients. These things are not that at all. So, really, what you could say, right? I don't like to talk about the negatives, and I don't like to point out all the things without telling you what you can do. You can go for a walk. Walking is extremely helpful. You can stand instead of sitting. Sitting is the new smoking. Sitting cuts off all the electricity from the top of your spine to the bottom of your spine. And if you think you do better without electricity, you don't. So what else can you do? You can wake up with the sun. You can go to sleep a couple hours after the sun sets. I mean, that's what we're designed for. And that really is best for hormonal regulation. Another easy tip. Pink Himalayan salt. Get some pink Himalayan salt. Get some water. Put a couple turns of that pink Himalayan salt into your water. Drink the water. Maybe get another glass of water. Put a couple more turns of pink Himalayan salt in there. Maybe do that a couple times a day. Preferably in the first 90 minutes after you wake. The reason being is your adrenal system is active in the first 90 minutes after waking. We mentioned your caffeine receptor is not active for the first 90 minutes. So that caffeine is just a waste of time. But your adrenal system is active. You spend all night using all the water and all the electrolytes that your body has for repairing all of your cells and just rejuvenating your body if you are so lucky. But if you have that pink Himalayan salt with some water for the 2 glasses, let's say, in the first 90 minutes, you will increase your hydration drastically. And you will not have to spend the rest of the day chugging water like crazy, which isn't all that helpful because hydration is a sodium balance game, not a excess water intake game. You can easily overhydrate yourself. That's not most people's problems, most people are dehydrated, and it's because they don't drink much water. The only water they drink is in their coffee and in their soda. And that's any positive that you do, sugar takes away. So sugar just dehydrates you, and everything bad eats sugar. So cancer eats sugar. All this terrible bacteria in your mouth and in your gut, it all eats sugar. So if you starve it out by not giving it sugar, your body will repair. But if you keep giving yourself sugar, which seems to be America's number one problem, at least, or in particular, then you're really, at best, you're going to break even. And you don't want to break even. You want to make progress. If you break even, maybe you're giving yourself a day on the back end. And maybe it's definitely better than trading days, which most people are doing. Just trading their days for sugar. I mean, that's not something I want to do. I don't want to trade my life for sugar. Doesn't seem like a fair trade. I don't even like sugar that much. So you want to get past, first you want to get to breaking even, and then you want to push past it. And you want to start getting your days back. You want to start reverse aging. You want to start feeling better. You want to get higher energy. You want to start looking better. You want to, maybe a lot of people want to cut weight. And that's the main thing people want to talk about is, how do I cut weight? You only cut weight when your hormones start to rebalance in a balanced fashion. When your hormones are balanced across the board, a byproduct is that you lose weight a lot of the time. So to talk about losing weight as your first goal is backwards. You're only going to lose weight once you get healthier. So it really is, it's interesting. You can go into a lot of depth. A lot of people want to talk about calories in, calories out. It's not really that simple. Of course, if you're in a caloric deficit, you're going to lose weight. If you're in a caloric surplus, you're going to gain weight. But these poisons are not digestible in a way that whole natural foods are. And it takes twice as long to digest a burger with the same ingredients and calories in a fast food restaurant as it does a whole food burger, just for instance. And that taking twice as long to digest is what constipates you, backs you up, puts your system your system is just like referees just throwing red flags all over the place, throws your hormones all out of whack, throws your sleep-wake schedule all out of whack, changes your brain, your mindset, changes everything. And basically you're fucking yourself. And in order to get unfucked, you need to literally take steps in the direction of your goals. And when I say take steps, I mean walk, jog, run, walk. It's such an easy, low impact thing to do. Walk. It's good for your mind, it's good for your body, it's good for your brain, it's good for your soul, it's good for you, it's good for your family. Just do it. Alright, good luck everybody. Peace.